Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on a Thursday evening. We have something very special for all of you. There is, at this time of the year, there's, students are sort of doing their application process. They may or may not be applying for their visas yet. They're looking ahead, trying to map out their journey to Ireland. So we thought this would be the best time to give you the perspective of a student who is currently in Ireland, and there'll be a lot to learn from him. So keep your questions coming. We'll be starting very shortly, and I can see there is. Hopefully, you can hear me now, Tanuj, and you can ask me questions in the meantime. We are just waiting for Dion, and I think he is here. Hi, Dion.
How are you?
Good, good. Are you on campus?
Yes, I'm actually in my lab itself.
Oh, amazing. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So, thank you for doing this, everyone. This is Dion D'Souza. And maybe, Dion, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell everyone, what you're doing.
Yeah. So, hey guys, as Anna mentioned, I'm Dion D'Souza. I'm currently in Galway. I'm pursuing my master's in applied marine conservation from ATU. And yeah, it's pretty interesting, I'll have to say. I'll tell you more about it as we move on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot to talk to you about. So, just to begin with, and this will, I think, be helpful for students who are even thinking about where to study. Why did you choose Ireland out of all the study destinations, and why even this particular master's?
I mean, if you check the um, what's it called, the quality of the education in Ireland, it's pretty great, I'll say. The cost of living is much cheaper than competing, and what are those called, the competition like UK and stuff like that. And work culture is great, placements are good. um, the life is honestly pretty much very good. Like, people are very nice, climates good enough. I'd say. I mean, it's cold, so it's better.
Yeah, I think you're being
And
kind,
yeah, that in general is
definitely
the reason
kind
why.
about the weather. But yes, I know coming from, the heat that we face here, and now we are in the peak of summer. So I think having a bit of rain and cool weather over there is a good change for sure.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so that's great now, and I know you're doing something unusual. This is, tell us a little bit about your master's program.
Okay, so as I mentioned before, I'm doing the Applied Marine Conservation course. Basically, I'll tell you a bit about my course. So every, like the terrestrial ecosystem, marine ecosystem, and so both of them are separate. And a lot of people sit and focus about protecting the endangered species, like the endangered land animals. But the land animals were evolved once from something that were, like, tadpole like creatures. Okay, that's how the evolution took place of every single creature in this world. So you never know, okay, how, like, the current species that we are seeing now might in the future evolve into dream being that, none of us have even thought about, like proper superhuman stuff or something. And so right now what we are trying, okay, with my course is we are trying to conserve the marine ecosystem. I know it sounds very hi-fi, but no. What we do is, let's say, for example, tuna is going extinct in a certain part of the country, and chuck extinct. Let's say they are overpopulating, okay? Because
Right.
extinct is something a lot of people talk about. Like, everyone knows, if there is extinct, you just set up, don't kill them. Okay, let's say, for example, the population of tuna is increasing tenfold in a certain place. Let's say India, for example, easy for
Yeah.
everyone. Okay,
Yeah.
so now I know how wrong this sounds, but there's something called as culling, where you kill specific sizes, and age groups of that certain species,
Speech.
so that you can control the population. And the reason you cull is because if there's excess of tuna, they will feed more than they're supposed to, and that will affect the balance of the ecosystem. And before I even give the order of culling, which is
Mhm.
something that normally it happens but not that often, I need to take into account the entire food chain and how it will affect those below it and above it on the food chain. So that is a bit, I mean, a bit overview of my course,
Sure.
my entire written course. I'm right now working on my master's and my thesis. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's a bit about me and my life. Yeah.
Great. And I mean, again, this is something very unique. And tell us a little bit about your, life on campus. What about, classmates? Where do they
Yeah.
come from? And what is ATU like as a, just to experience?
So I have a very small class. My class literally comprises of 6 people. So I'm the only Indian.
Wow.
There are 2 people from France. One's Irish. Actually, no, 2 Irish, and one's from. I think she's from Spain or Brazil. I'm not sure, but one of the
Yeah.
following. Yeah, yeah. But
Spanish speaking, basically.
I mean, they're very,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, very
Yeah.
interactive, very smart. Like the co- life over here, like as you asked,
Mhm.
uh, apart from different clubs and societies that you can join when you join
Yeah.
any college in Ireland, uh, there's always, like, I was on the soccer team, so
Mhm.
there's a lot of outdoor sports. Cricket might not be that famous as
Yeah.
all the Indians love, but I mean, there are a lot of new sports you can try. There's hurling. Once in my entire life, and I don't think I play that well. But there's hurling, there's rugby, there are different types of sports. There are, like, within, for me, it's like within Galway and out of Galway.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, I mean, there's so much. I'm just trying to think what do I list at the moment. But yeah, I mean, most of the things, like pretty standard stuff, like they have parties and they have seminars, and like those are career oriented obviously, but if you are looking for something like to have fun, they take you
Mhm.
out sometimes for go-karting. Like the international student society that I'm a part
Mhm.
of, they take me out for go-karting, paintball, laser tag. Today, right now as we speak, they have gone out for the escape room. So there's a lot of different stuff that's going on.
Oh, wow. Wow. Sorry. I'm sorry we've kept you away, but I think we
No,
needed you
no,
much
that's
more.
okay. No, 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 it's okay.
So, okay, now, what about in terms of, I know, okay, so you mentioned about your this thing. Now, taking a step back, 1 year ago, you would be in the place of, a lot of people who are watching this, session right now. What sort of advice would you give, these students in terms of even making their application to the university or, a visa application?
Um, I will first start with the application to your university. The most important thing is and the reason shouldn't be because the university is nice. It should be because the course interests you and the course content fits what you want to do in life. For example, I had an offer from both NUIG and from ATU, but rather I had a chance to go. But at ATU, I got the course contents that I wanted from my, where what I wanted to do in life compared
Right.
to NUIG, and that is the reason why I chose ATU. And
Mhm.
I mean, people who know me, if like everyone who knew me knew that NUIG was my dream college only because it looks amazing. But I stuck to ATU because of the course content. So similar way, all of you guys, wherever you guys choose to go to and whichever college you'll choose, I hope you'll look at the course content. Um Plan your finances because that's a very big thing unless your parents are loaded, but that's up to you. But yes, uh, I would suggest get your finance, in the sense most of us will get your loan sorted out, get your visa application like you just asked about. uh, I pretty much did my visa application on my own. It is pretty simple. If you go online and if you follow the steps, you can get everything done. A couple of things that are a headache is getting your bank statements and getting them attested, which is something I suggest everyone gets done. And I don't remember facing that many problems as such. I mean, you can always go to consultancies, and I'm pretty sure you guys would also help. So it's pretty easy to go out there. You just need to have the focus and then need to have the dedication to move ahead and just do it.
Yeah. And I know
Yeah.
you started also your process well in time, right? I
Yeah.
think that helped you sort of
Yeah.
wrap up everything early enough so that you could get ready. And in terms of, say, packing, getting
Yeah.
ready, and, uh, what
Mm.
is that like?
Packing. Packing, I don't know when I started packing, honestly, because what mom helped me do was we had two big suitcases and one small one. The small one got packed pretty late because that was
Yeah.
going with me on the
Yeah.
flight. But the two big suitcases, so whenever I felt like this is something I want to take to Ireland, I would fold it and I would keep it in there. And that way we started filling one suitcase at a time, and then the second suitcase at a time. And then a friend of mine gave me a very good advice. He was like, when you're going to reduce your luggage weight, wear like your heaviest shoes, wear your heaviest
Right.
jackets, try and wear multi. And I was like, yeah, yeah, okay, that makes sense, that's smart. And yeah, so I did that. uh, Things to pack, I would say, obviously clothes, essentials like toothbrush. I know a lot of people say get your own cookers, which is something that has, I mean, I got it, people who went before me got it, but I would say now they have started selling cookers in Ireland. I think the Indians rubbed off on them, so
Yeah.
they have started selling cookers. So I would say
Yeah.
don't carry your cookers, but if you all are into the, I mean, Indian cookers are better, I'm going to just say that. Obviously we created
Yeah.
it, guys, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. uh Apart from that, what else, let me see. There's nothing much. I mean, that you could carry jackets. Obviously, it's cold, guys. It's freezing. It's freezing during the winters. But then, for those of you who love the cold climate, you're going to love it.
Yeah.
It's always pleasant. It's raining. Carry a wind sheeter or a raincoat or umbrella. Umbrellas don't work really. You need to have a really sturdy one because the wind. It's always windy. So yeah, carry a wind sheeter or a raincoat, I suggest. Um, have a good laptop on you because
Yeah.
most of your assignments are going to be online, and you don't want your laptop hanging, and like even your exams might be online, so you don't want that issues to happen again and again. Yeah, I mean, that is pretty much on the top of my mind that I can tell you.
Totally. No, no, that covers it
But yeah.
pretty. Yeah, clothes wise, even utensils. I think you covered all the main bits that students should be considering, electronics and things like that.
Yeah.
We've got a comment from Talina, who's saying it's always good to hear about university experience from current students firsthand and great insights as to why Ireland. So thanks for that, and thanks Dion for providing us these this sort of interaction. Now, anyone else, if you have more questions, please, questions or comments, we'd be so happy to take them. Dion, now, okay, getting to the sort of the fun bit.
Yeah.
What about, I don't know, fun or maybe not as fun, but accommodation is something that a lot of people are, of course, talking about. I think
Yeah.
it's something that can be a bit tedious
Yeah.
wherever you may be going to study in the world. How can students sort of map that out?
So I would suggest, if you guys do want accommodation, you'll need to start early, because obviously, any place once students start coming in, it can become an issue, but it is always very sortable.
Yeah.
And like, as I don't know whether you guys would have read or not, but Ireland, if especially Dublin, and I've seen this firsthand, and even Galway, they are building new accommodations just to accommodate more students and people. And a lot of landlords are actually renting the place out pretty cheap, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you can always, live in college accommodation, which is something I suggest. If you guys are coming for your undergraduate, do it for the first year. It will
Mm-hmm.
save you a lot of, commute. And also, it is always good to stay on campus I'm only saying this for the undergraduates, okay? And for only in your first year of undergraduate, I recommend to
Mm-hmm.
live on campus. They say, live on your own, get the experience of, living far away, get the commute, get the entire, if when because when you live in college, students like who study in your college, so it's not the same as living out where you have
Yeah.
students from different colleges.
Mm.
You sometimes you have elderly people and you never know. So those places are there. There are a lot of sites where you can search for accommodation. I know Facebook, a lot of people are scared of scams and stuff like that, but guys, you'll need to check. And if someone is asking you for money upfront and like the entire rent, you'll have to put a stand, say no, say that I will come there on the first day. Once I see the house, I will pay, but till
Mm.
then I'm not giving. Okay, I understand paying a deposit, but paying the entire rent is a no no, guys. Is
Right.
what I will say. um Apart from that, oh, there are like obviously in newspapers there are always listings, but there are
Mm-hmm.
also online newspaper articles that come out where you can search for accommodations, and it is pretty much sorted, budget, not budget wise, but you can, according to your budget, you can filter it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's about it about the accommodation. I know
Okay.
it can be a crisis, but it's not that much as it seems, and as much as the media makes it to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and like unless it's like you planning ahead
Yeah.
and trying to find all the right resources, then it is manageable.
Yeah.
So good, great insights on that. Now, what about, so once student has reached Ireland, of course, usually you land in Dublin, but you had to
Yeah.
make your way to Galway. So what was that like? Did the university set that up for you, or did you have to make arrangements?
So the university did not set that up for me. They had asked us, okay, if because there are okay buses. The university does set up, but I came in. I think I landed in on the 25th of August, and the university was sending buses on the 11th, the 8th, and the 13th of September. So I
Right.
don't want to wait that long in
Sure.
Dublin. So I
Hmm.
caught a bus. You can catch a bus pretty easily. The tickets are cheap,
Right.
guys. So it's not much of an
Hmm.
catch a bus from, you can catch it from Dublin Airport, or you can
Yeah.
catch it from the it's called as Quay Street or Crampton Quay Street, Bachelor's Walk. These are the three stops in Dublin. It's
Awesome.
all of them are center, so you can catch it from
Right.
there. And you can go to wherever you want, like Cork, you can go to Limerick, you can go to Galway. For me, I caught my bus and came to Galway.
Hmm.
After that, from there till my accommodation, the accommodation people had set up a taxi, because obviously, so that got sorted for me. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do that, but even if they
Hmm.
don't, you all can always use apps like Free Now. The Uber works over here, so you all can use these three apps is what I recommend to get a
Yeah.
cab and go from one place to another. The bus
Hmm.
services actually pretty good. So even if you all don't, can always use a bus. Once you all come here, I recommend get a leap card, and once you all
Hmm.
become a student, get your student leap card, because guys,
Yeah.
it's cheap. 65 cents for one way travel, at least in Galway. In Dublin, it's €1 5 cents.
Hmm.
But yeah, that is on your leap card. Without that, you have to, or in cash, it is 195, and with a normal green leap card it's 165. So guys, get your student leap card as soon as possible. You can apply for it online. And your college during your induction is, yeah,
Orientation.
during
Yeah.
orientation induction will pretty much
Yeah. Yeah.
tell you about it, so you all can learn about that more during that time. Other ways of traveling, I mean, you all can always cycle. I recommend, it's beautiful.
Hmm.
Apart from when it's raining, I will always suggest to cycle, because I can understand it gets a bit tedious while it's raining, but
Hmm.
it's a beautiful, and the cycling lanes
Yes.
are also pretty much very well developed. So yeah.
Okay, great.
So
Now,
that's about.
so yeah, thanks, Dion. I think you're giving even like tips on things that are super useful, like the leap card, and it's a great saving for students. Now, we have a question that's come from Suraj. How's the ATU campus compared to other institutions? I don't know if you'd be able to, provide a
Yeah.
comparison. Can students find part time or full time jobs?
Um, like compared to other universities in Galway, or I'll just go for in Galway for now. So ATU
Yeah.
campus basically is not like a normal campus, okay, guys. It is
Mm-hmm.
split into multiple campuses. So ATU has got five campuses. One is in Galway, one is in Donegal, one is in Mayo, one is in Limerick, and the fifth,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I don't remember, so I'm not going to say and get it out wrong. But yeah, I know it has five campuses. In Galway, also the campus, like the one that I am in right now, is the main campus. We have our so during my lectures, I have traveled a fair bit of different campuses within Galway itself, which are like small institutes. So there's one right by the docks, which while I was doing my fisheries courses I went to. There's one right by Salt Hill, where which is like the Bandra of Galway, you all can call it, because like it's literally beautiful. So for when I was doing my birds, my marine birds and mammals course, I had to go over there for lectures, couple of lectures.
Yeah.
Even around here, like the campus library is huge. There are a lot of things, like there's a gym. There's no pool, unfortunately, but it's fine. I don't think I would be able to swim in the weather either, so it's fine. Uh, what are, the labs are beautiful. Like this entire lab right now that y'all can see behind me is booked out only for me to work during the yeah. For on my thesis, I work in this entire lab. It's booked out for me. Yeah, and like as a master student, when you do your thesis, depending on how early you get your topic and how well connected your professor is, you might get your own cabin,
Mm-hmm.
which even though I've got my own cabin, someone else is using it right now for another meeting, so I have to come here in the lab. But yeah, what else can I tell you about the campus? I mean, it's beautiful. The view is nice. If you ever, on your first day, if you ever get lost, and everyone who's coming to ATU, there
Yeah.
are actually online applications that can help you locate your classroom.
Oh.
So you
Wow.
can download that, and I think it's developed even for NUIG and stuff like that. Obviously, there's free Wi-Fi throughout the campus. It's
Mm-hmm.
Edurum, created by one of the IT students of Galway University itself. So yeah, what else can I tell you? I mean, the view is beautiful. Sometimes they have these cute little animals come in. The other day, there were like 7, 8 puppies randomly roaming around. So yeah, a lot of wildlife around. It's very inclusive. Um, Different people from different parts of the world come in. Yeah, I mean that's a bit about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, sure. And the second part of his question was about part time, full
yeah.
time jobs. Can you find jobs while you're in Ireland?
Yep, you can. Getting a part time is easy, I would say. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to say it's going to be a piece of cake. Obviously, depends on how you interview. Depends on a lot of things. But if you ask me, it's easy to get a part time. You just need to, go and give out your CVs. Before I tell you all about the part time, I'm going to suggest to you guys, as soon as you all come in, don't can try and get a work, try and get a job. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Settle down, take a month to yourself, get to know your curriculum, and according to that, manage your part time. Because I have seen people who try to do it all and are not able to do either, and that gets bad. Okay, so that's just on from my side. Get used to the weather, guys, because you all might fall sick. So don't rush into the part time. But around November is when I would suggest you'll get a part time. uh, Between and in December, you all can work obviously 20 hours uh,
Sweet.
a week.
Yeah.
That is when you all are studying, but seasonal, which is like from December to Jan, and yeah, December to Jan is when you all can work 40 hours, because that's like your seasonal break. So you all can work, and even obviously during your summer holidays, you all can work 40 hours a week. So yeah, you all can get a part time at pretty much different types of different places, like let's say y'all can get it in a restaurant, y'all can get it in a bar, brands, y'all can get it with what was that? The Dublin Airport, DAA, the Dublin Airport Authority is actually hiring people for part time, and y'all can actually get part time over there. Uh, there are a lot of online sites, like obviously there's LinkedIn, there's Indeed, there's Jobsai, there's Irish Jobs, a lot of them. You'll have to just Google it and you'll will get those sites. Y'all can see part time over there. Full time obviously depends. I'm not going to say it's not easy. I'm going to say it depends, because depends on your field. So if you guys do come under critical skills, you all will get full time much easier. For those of you who don't know what critical skills is, it's basically a set of profession that the country is looking to hire. So every country has a different critical skill, which is basically the jobs they're hiring for. And it depends. It can either be shortage in that field, it can be either urgent hiring, or it can either be a field that directly affects the economic growth of the country. So that is what a critical skill is. So if your the entire list is there on the Irish government website, so you can check it out. But if you all do fall under the critical skill, guys, it is much easier, I would say, to get a job compared to someone who doesn't fall under the critical skill. But you can always get a job, like let's say something even as simple as HR, that is not right now not a part of the critical skills. You can get a job, because I see online that a lot of people are actually hiring part-time and full-time. So as long as you know you have the right attitude, you give your interview right, and you present yourself well, I'm pretty sure you'll get a job. I'm not going to guarantee it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Great. And Dion, what about your plans? I know we're talking about full-time jobs, which
Mm,
you'll complete your one-year masters. You
yeah,
do have the option of staying back for 2 years, as do
yeah,
all postgraduate students once they've completed their degree. So,
yeah.
what are you planning?
So obviously, I'm planning on finishing my masters now. My thesis is due on the 24th, and then I have to defend it in June. After that, I plan on working for a year, maybe a year and a half. Obviously, in my field,
Yeah.
maybe even as a assistant researcher or a assistant professor, depends.
Mhm.
But then after that, I plan on pursuing my PhD. I always had that in my mind, so I'm going to go ahead with that. And then after I complete my PhD, I will have like a variety of jobs that open up to me, and based on I will decide what I want to do from going further from there. But as of now, I've decided till the PhD, and then once I come closer to that set of point, I will decide further in life what to do.
For sure,
But
for
yeah.
sure. And you plan to stay back in Ireland
Yep.
and do your PhD? Okay.
Yes, yes, yes,
Awesome,
definitely.
awesome. Now I know we are getting close to
Mm.
our time now, getting over. But how about something? What about giving some tips to others on just where to eat,
Mm.
what fun things you can do around town when
Yeah.
you're in Ireland, and also a little bit on just adjusting. If you had to adjust to the local culture, of course, the Irish are known to be very friendly,
Yeah.
but how was it for you, just sort of now living there in Ireland?
The Irish culture is actually amazing. Like you said, people are very friendly. Like you can just randomly be walking out on the street and everyone will be smiling at you. They're very helpful, very friendly. And if you ever, feel like you're not able to gel well, trust me, you're not trying, because if as long as you just go and speak to any random person, like I could just, go and talk to anyone I don't know, and they'll be very friendly. They'll talk to you as if they have known you for ages. They'll and Irish people love to talk. Okay, so as long as you and I will can be an introvert, but you can also, like, obviously it's not like you guys don't have friends, so you'll just need to adjust to it. And I'm not going to say it happens instantly, because I know a lot of people miss home, which happens. I understand you all are leaving your family, band's not easy, but you'll have to also think of it in a positive way. You all are going to a different country to set your future, and it is a step towards making your life in mind, and it gets easier day by day. Going back to fun things to do in Ireland, I mean, there's a lot of sightseeing. There's a lot, like, Ireland is rich of culture, and yeah, there's a lot of things to do. Honestly, I'm pretty sure anyone who has decided to come to Ireland knows about the cliffs of Moher. I will tell you all about things you'll have not heard of. Do you all know that the Northern Lights is visible from Ireland? And I have recently found that out.
Oh, wow.
There, I know a lot of everyone knows about the cliffs of Moher. There are cliffs that actually look better than the cliffs of Moher. I don't remember the name. I'm sorry. I'll have to actually search for that. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you guys can also Google it. But down at Donegal, there are cliffs that look better than the cliffs of Moher. Um, for all the Game of Thrones fans out of there in Northern Ireland, go to a lot of
Yeah.
sites to see. Castles, castle lovers, lot of castles everywhere, every part of Ireland. People art galleries that actually look beautiful. A couple of wax museums here and there. Uh, I would say for all of the heavy drinkers, there's the Guinness factory to go and have your face printed on the Guinness and drink it. What else? Uh, I mean, there are a lot of sports. There are a lot of adventure sports that you can do in different parts. You just need to find, a place that offers those package deals type of thing. It gets cheaper that way, guys. What else? What else? What else? I mean, yeah, that's a bit about it. I'm pretty sure once you all come in, you all will be able to explore and then tell me about things even I don't know about. And what was the third
In
thing
terms
you
of
asked
food,
about?
in terms of food.
Food. Okay. Places to eat. For those of you guys, I can obviously only speak about Galway because in Dublin I do not eat a lot, and the other places I've been to, I used to just go to McDonald's and stuff like that. So, but yeah, in Galway, for those of you who love Indian food, there are like some great restaurants like Spice India, Rice and Spice. There's something called as Kashmir, great Indian food. For those of you who like different types of cuisines, y'all can obviously always, you know, go to Mexicans. I know it's a bit overpriced, but it's beautiful food. Y'all can go to. Okay, the guys also. I know McDonald's sounds like McDonald's, but no, it's great. All the burger places, all the fast food places over here are like pretty good for everyone. Is great. Everyone who doesn't eat non-veg, don't worry, guys. There are a lot of veg options also. So you'll have that over there. um Groceries for all of you guys who plan on buying, I would suggest Aldi's, Lidl, Tesco for anyone who can manage to get a Tesco card, are your places you'll Duns, yes, but only for non-veg because you get the 10 euro three different variety deals. Aldi's, Lidl, and Tesco are the places you should go to.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
Thank you. And any,
Yeah.
so I know we've exceeded our time, but it's been such a fun chat. But any last words of wisdom that you'd like to share with anyone watching in right now?
Okay, you put me on the spot. But all right. Right now, uh,
As in,
just
what would you, okay, for
focus.
someone who is, yeah, yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
who's doing their application or
just
whatever.
focus on after you finish your application. Obviously, once you come over here, I will tell you for that. Just focus on doing the best in your masters or whatever course you're doing, because honestly, it's a once in a lifetime experience. You don't get the chance to often go abroad and study, so just focus on that, absorb whatever the because, and do not bunk lectures, because the quality of education over here is much different and much better. So y'all will actually enjoy. As long as y'all focus on that, I'm pretty sure your life will be much better moving on ahead from that. Also be good with your teachers because and your professors, because they are very well connected in your field. That's why they're your professors. Always remember that. So as long as you're good with them, they will pretty much help you connect with people in your field, and the more connections you make, the more and the better your chances are of getting a job in your field. So yeah, the few things I can tell you. I can't give you all wisdom. I don't think I'm that wise myself, but these are a few things I've learned, and I can share that with you all.
Awesome. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Dion. It's been great. And I mean, you made my job really easy because you were answering things even I didn't have to ask you about or for my follow-up questions. So and it's been good. I mean, it's been a great perspective for anyone who's even in Ireland right now and those who are planning to study there. So thank you for covering everything, and I hope you continue to have a great time there and for your future. And I think we'll have to have you back for another session. I think this should be the start of a few more sessions with you.
Sure, for sure.
Great.
Thank you. Pleasure being here.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone who came to see me speak. I feel privileged, I'd say.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a
All
lot,
right.
Dion. Thanks
Thank you
everyone
so
for
much.
joining. See you next time.
See you.
Take care. Bye
Bye.
bye.